Hello, and welcome to our writing project, comparing and contrasting different versions of Cinderella. This is Lesson 7, Drafting an Essay. Today, you will draft a compare and contrast essay. You will organize information in block or point-by-point format. Previously, we planned and outlined a compare and contrast essay about two versions of the Cinderella story. Today, you will put the ideas from the outline into written form using paragraphs and complete sentences. This part of the writing process is known as drafting. I want you to look at your copy of Blackline Master S24. We're going to go over the traits in the row 4 column so that you understand the components of effective writing. You will probably want to keep these in mind as you draft your essays. The thesis is very clear and well-focused. Supporting details make the paper very easy to understand and interesting. Ideas are very clearly organized. All parts of the essay, introduction, body, and conclusion, work together to support the thesis. The writer's voice is distinctive and shows an interest in the topic. The writer knows who his or her audience is. Words are used correctly and are very well chosen. They create pictures in the reader's mind. Sentences have an easy flow and rhythm. Transitions are very smooth. There are no grammar errors. There are few or no errors in spelling, punctuation, or capitalization. You are going to write a compare and contrast essay that responds to this prompt. Choose two versions of the Cinderella story that you have read. Then write a compare and contrast essay that answers the following question. Which version is a better example of a fairy tale and why? Let's look at these tips for writing. You're going to write your draft on notebook paper. You will use information from your outline and planning chart. You will organize the essay in paragraphs and indent each paragraph. You will include details about and evidence from the stories to back up your ideas. Include compare and contrast clue words to help your reader follow your thinking. You will need to avoid plagiarism with summaries, paraphrases, and quotation marks. I want you to take out 4 to 5 sheets of notebook paper. While you're doing that, I'm going to go over the compare and contrast signal words. Both, but, and, also, yet, more, less. Likewise, although, similarly, different from, in the same way, on the other hand, in an opposite way. Depending on which type of outline you used, you are going to number the pages as follows. If you are using the block outline, you are going to number the first page and label it Introduction. You're going to number the second page with a 2 and put Block 1. The third page, Block 2. And the fourth page, Conclusion. If you're using the point-by-point outline, your first will again be your introduction. Your second will be point 1. Your third will be point 2. Your fourth will be point 3. And your fifth would be the conclusion. These numbered items correspond to the numbered items in your outline. You will draft each section of your essay on a separate sheet of paper. Later, you might decide to rearrange the sections in the body of your essay. If so, you can simply reorder your pages before writing your final draft. Be sure to refer to the 6 traits rubric as you draft your essays section by section, working with a partner to refine your work as you go. After you draft your introduction, you are going to exchange papers with your partner and underline one another's hook and thesis statement. If one partner can't do so, you will need to explain that the writer will need to clarify one or both points of his or her introduction before moving on. I'm going to give you some time now to write your introduction and then to meet with your partner. As you draft the body of your essay, you will need to group related ideas in a single paragraph. You will need to include transition words and phrases to connect ideas within sentences and between sentences. Use complete sentences, but do not worry too much about spelling and punctuation at this time. This is just a rough draft. You will have time to check, revise, and polish your writing later in a later draft. So I want you to work on your body now. Now I want you to exchange completed body paragraphs with your partner. Your partner will evaluate your paragraphs against the underlined thesis statement. Does each paragraph develop a different part of the thesis statement? If not, what changes need to be made? Now I want you to draft your conclusion. At this time, I want you to exchange your conclusion with your partner. Your partner will need to underline the part of the conclusion that restates the thesis statement. If the partner cannot, the writer will need to continue working on the conclusion. Now you and your partner will conference to come up with a general strategy for revision for each writer. You will need to highlight or make notes on your drafts to indicate areas that may need additional work. Congratulations on completing your draft. In the next writing lessons, you will revise and edit your drafts to make your magical transformation and your essay's magical transformation complete.